thought that I'd be better off by myself. I've never been so wrong before.
That music you hear is the sound of one of the DMV's most versatile talents, Baltimore singer, songwriter Barrett Johnson. Barrett calls herself an all-around cool chick, and she's making music today on The Sound. Hello everyone, I'm Britt Waters and welcome to The Sound. I'm here with Barrett Johnson, a Baltimore girl who's not only a talented vocalist, she's also a sax player, stage actor, dancer, and she knows all about setting up the sound equipment too. No one has to do it for her. Maybe that's why her production company is called Grin and Barrett. Welcome to The Sound.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you can set up everything.
I can set up a lot of things. I wouldn't say everything. I would never say that ever because there's always something.
If I ever get confused, I'm gonna give you a call.
Please do.
Can you introduce me to your band?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is the incredible Todd Simon on keys. This is Anders Eliasson on drums, Dan Brown on bass, and Dan Wallace on saxophone.
Dan and Dan?
Dan and Dan.
You don't get them confused?
I don't. They don't really look alike, conveniently for me.
So what do you guys have first for us today?
We're going to do a great standard from a Nancy Wilson Cannonball Adderley record called Never Will I Marry. It's like the 60s version of Single Ladies.
Okay, I'm down for that. Take it away.
Me too.
Thanks.
Never been so wrong before. You made it impossible for me to ever love somebody else, and now I don't know what I left you for. You see, I thought that I could replace you. He can love me the way you do. Until now by your love. just too hard to fight. Don't wanna live without you in my life. I'm spoiled. Spoiled. I tried to tell myself that I'd be over you in a week or two. Well, baby, that was about a year ago. I've never seen the word love so personified as I do with you. And that is why I just can't let go. Oh, no, I'm spoiled, yeah, by your love, boy. No matter how I try to change my mind, say what's the point? It's just a waste of time. I'm spoiled by your touch, boy. The love you give is just too hard to fight. Don't wanna live without you in my life. I'm spoiled. Ooh, spoiled. And I would only be fooling myself if I tried to believe there's room for someone else in my heart. No, there ain't no way I'm getting over you. I don't know what I've been trying to prove. I'm hopeless, I'm helpless. When it comes to you, I'm spoiled by your love, boy. No matter how I try to change my mind, say what's the point? It's just a waste of time. I'm spoiled by your touch, boy. That love you give is just too hard to fight. Don't wanna live without you in my life. I'm spoiled. Spoiled. Ooh, spoiled. Spoiled, yeah.
Wow, when we come back, we're going to talk to Barrett Johnson about the year she spent in Nashville and influenced all of her songwriting. Stick around for The Sound. Welcome back to The Sound. I'm Britt Waters here with Baltimore singer, songwriter, all-around cool chick, Barrett Johnson. Your voice is amazing.
Well, thank you very much.
Were you kind of in a zone when you're performing? Because I could feel like I was trying to be pulled into the zone.
Absolutely. I think I start out a little bit nervous always, kind of like any athlete or professional athlete would tell you. They're always a little bit nervous before a big race, but once the groove gets going, the guys take care of me and get to just kind of let it all hang out.
So you're pretty comfortable. You've been singing for a while. Grew up with a music teacher and a guitar player as parents.
Yep.
How did you know when you were like, this is what I want to do?
Ooh, good question. Shoot. You know, I wanted to be an obstetrician until I was about 15.
Okay.
For some strange reason, I just had this desire to deliver babies. And I don't really know if I could pinpoint when it changed, but I think it had something to do with joining a youth theater troupe. And we performed all over the county that I'm from, and it helped me kind of get over the stage fright that had prevented me, shockingly I know,
Wow.
from being on stage before that.
So how did you kind of get the confidence to just make it your own?
I went to school, I studied hard, I surrounded myself with incredible people. I still surround myself with incredible musicians. And I would be remiss to not say that my parents play a huge role. They're amazing, they're wonderfully supportive and critical when it needs to be said.
When are parents not critical?
Well, that's true. I mean, I do know some stage parents that would never, ever say anything negative about their kids, even if it needed to be said.
Nice.
So I'm very grateful that my parents are supportive, but also honest.
Okay. Kind of giving like a little dance mom's feel.
A little bit, but not quite that crazy.
Not
My
quite as
parents are great about letting me do my thing, and if I ask for their opinion, they're happy to give it.
So what's the ultimate goal with your music?
You know, I want to make a living. I want to be doing this. I'm doing it full time now. I'm making it happen. It's a struggle, but I'm happier now than I've ever been having a quote unquote normal job. So.
And that's what's important.
Right, exactly, it is. And I didn't realize that until in February actually, left my day job for good, if you will. And I've been so much happier, stressed about getting gigs and trying to strike that balance between getting enough work and not being exhausted, because unlike a lot of other instruments, I only get this one. So if I mess it up, that's it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure horn players would argue with me, but there's a fatigue factor that can really hurt vocalists. So it's a balance, and it can be stressful from time to time, but I've been much happier.
And in the entertainment industry, it's so hard to not, sympathize with people, because you see them doing shows after shows after shows, and you're like, they're still working. But because this is now your full-time job, is it also still therapeutic for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always going to be, and there are some gigs that are work. There's no denying that. It would be silly for me to pretend that every gig is wonderful and I get so much artistic, satisfaction out of every single gig, because you're right, it is work. And some gigs are more work than others, but there is at least one moment, and I'm sure more than that, in every gig that you forget it's work.
Yeah.
Because you do love it, and I do love it. And I think
you can tell.
You would. Well, thank you. You would get that answer from any musician, I think, that you talk to, especially my guys on stage. That's why they come with me.
Where'd you find them?
Just around, laying about.
Hey, you want to play an instrument?
Grab them on the street. Hey, do you play an instrument or something? Keyboard? No. Through word of mouth, actually. When I finished school, I moved back up here from Miami, and I started singing in bands, and you just meet people. You meet cats out, and they call you and say, hey, I have this gig and I couldn't find a singer. Are you free? And you play the gig, and if they like you, they keep you. And that's kind of how this band came together. And actually, this band today is kind of a conglomerate of lots of different bands that I've played with over the last 6 or 7 years of my career. So. And
that's the birth of Grin and Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, and it's a constantly changing scene, and that's kind of the beauty. It's challenging, but it's definitely an advantage. It keeps you on your toes. You're playing with different guys all the time, in the same core group. But it's it's kind of like you don't hang out with all the same friends all the time, but you still have that kind of core group. And I think that's kind of how I approach any musicians that I work with.
So you're a Baltimore girl,
yes.
But you've moved a lot.
Yes, military brat.
So you kind of have different flavors from every city. But I heard you kind of made a connection with Nashville that boosted your songwriting. Can you tell me about it?
So I decided a couple years after school, I was gigging around here. I had a great job. I had a great band that I was working with. I really loved it. But I felt like if I didn't do it now, if I didn't try it, then I would never know. If you don't go out and try something, you'll never know if it's the right fit for you. And I ultimately decided that there were other things that I wanted to pursue besides songwriting. So Nashville wasn't the perfect fit at the time, but I can tell you that I made some really fantastic friends in Nashville who I keep up with to this day.
Wow.
A lot of friends in the industry, which is, comes in handy from time to time.
I know, everyone's like New York, LA, DC, but Nashville, I always thought it was country-like until I got there.
Yeah.
And it was so many incredible soul singers, and
Absolutely.
I could almost hear that in your voice.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, the industry, it's surprising. I mean, I guess it makes sense. New York, LA, even Chicago to some extent, and DC has a great theater scene. But Nashville is the recording capital, arguably, of the world, and people don't realize that. Even non-country records, like you said.
Yeah.
Artists go there and they make records, and it just
you just have a really.
It just happens. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, it's different for you because you've been so everywhere, moving with your family and being there.
Yeah.
But how does DC kind of tie in all those different styles that you've done?
You know what? I love DC. I play in New York a lot. I'm lucky enough to get to play with amazing people in New York. We get to play in LA. We went to Russia last year. So I've gotten a chance to play in lots of different places with lots of different people. And DC, to me, it's just a great place to work.
Yes.
Everybody is really you know, people know their stuff. I mean, obviously, everywhere you go, there are people who aren't, you know, your best friend, or you don't like to work with them, or whatever that may be.
But we're so open to creativity
Right.
and different styles and things like that.
Exactly.
I can't wait for your EP, but I want you to perform again for us.
Okay.
Because that put me in a zone. Let's get back to that zone. When we come back, it's time to turn up the sound once again with the talented and versatile Barrett Johnson. Stick around for more of the sound. Welcome back to The Sound. Britt Waters here with Baltimore's music talent, Barrett Johnson. What's up next?
We've got one more standard for you, and then a throwback to my freshman year of high school. I bet you a lot of our listeners and watchers will know it.
Awesome, a little high school flavor.
You gotta throw it back sometimes.
Those are my favorites, the throwbacks. Take it away.
It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. That brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms, to feel in the night the nearness of you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin like that. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. Sunday morning, rain is falling, and I'm calling out to you, singing someday this will bring me back to you. Yeah, find a way to bring myself back home to you. Yeah, that may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Fingers trace your every outline. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Paint a picture with my hand. Oh, oh. Back and forth we sway like branches in a storm. Change the weather, still together when it ends. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never wanna leave. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, but things just get so crazy. Living life gets hard to do. Sunday morning, rain is falling, and I'm calling out to you, singing someday this will bring me back to you. Yeah, find a way to bring myself back home to you. And I know that may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. So come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, driving slow, yeah, yeah, oh 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 yeah, yeah. There's a flower in your hair, flower in your hair, oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah. And I never wanna leave. Hey, and I never wanna leave. Yeah. Uh-huh. One more time.
Thanks to Barrett Johnson, her incredible band, and for all of you watching. We'll see you again on the next edition of The Sound. Thank you, guys.